I thought y'all said the men's be in Home Depot. They don't be here.
Okay, guys, come with me to find a boyfriend.
Today's location, Home Depot.
So apparently it's impossible to find a man that is good enough to turn my brain off.
Women often complain about there not being any good.
They complain about not finding good men, but in reality, it's because they rejected them all.
Go to Home Depot and look confused, okay? If you're a single lady, look confused.
Where are all the good men at? Seriously, where are you? I know you're out there, but you guys are like fucking unicorns and like so hard to find.
All of the good men must just be like hiding out together, because where are they? Like where? All of the good...
When you've been bruised too much, you realize it's better to stop playing the game. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
So I am convinced that hot men only exist on the internet. Because I can't remember the last time I saw a hot man in real life.
Hey, where are we finding good men?
Where are all the good men? We hear this time and time again on social media.
Women often complain about there not being any good men around to marry.
If you're in search of a man, specifically a blue-collar working man, construction, whatever.
To all the women who think there are no good men out there, the only reason why you're not seeing them is because you look at them like that.
I agree.
At Home Depot, trying to find myself a real man. I wonder if they're here on the weekends. So if you're Home Depot, you're going to be fucking lucky because I need a man I like that. I just heard from the announcement that they're calling my lucky man. He's in lumber. Daddy, I'm coming. You're in lumber. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. Leaving very unsatisfied with no sugar daddy that didn't pay my tab. Sad, sad, sad.
Well, you heard her yourself. She's leaving Home Depot unsatisfied after she couldn't find a sugar daddy. This is where we are in the dating world, especially when dealing with modern women. If they're not in survival mode, they're in entitlement mode. It's not about building a life with a man. It's about finding a man who can fund the life they want while they just show up. The reality is, this trend of women visiting stores looking for a financially well-off man to fund their life is becoming more and more common. Instead of being in these places to shop for what they need, they're shopping for men. Home Depot, Costco, even coffee shops. It's less about what's on the shelves and more about who's in the room with a thick wallet. It's about leverage. They're not asking, is he a good man? Can we build a future together? They're asking, what can he do for me financially? How much can he provide? And that mindset is dangerous because it turns relationships into transactions.
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Hi, I'm the man that Schminda817 said was hitting on her at Home Depot. I wanted to come on here and take a moment to clear a few things up. One, ouch! I mean, I'm not Brad Pitt, but I'm not Quasimodo either. And I've got a really good sense of humor. And women keep on saying that the most important thing in a man is a sense of humor. So I got that going for me. B, I wasn't hitting on you. I was asking you if you knew where the screws were. And I can see with the benefit of hindsight how that might have come off as hitting on you. But I was legitimately just looking for a screw. All right, hope that clears things up. Have a great day.
One of the most frustrating things about trying to date in Chicago is you go on the apps, you swipe, you say no, 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 because no. And then you go outside and you walk down Wells and you're like, oh my God, there's so many cuties, but like, where are you? Where are you?
Men are hypocritical. They want you to stand by them and agree with everything they say and relate to their experience, but you're not allowed to talk about yours and you're not allowed to diss women. So you can make the general statement that will remain true no matter how your feelings get hurt, that women can be deceitful, and the viciousness and the pain that you feel from a woman betraying you, it really is like no other. Oh, yeah. Because you trust women in a different way. You almost, especially if you have a people-pleasing problem or mommy issues or daddy issues, you go and try to look for that love and that sentiment and that safety in another woman. And it's very interesting how she will use the exact thing you told her hurt you, and she will go and use it against you to climb the social ladder, to be better, to do better. But if you say it like that and you say women have the ability to be so vicious, they deserve jail time, they'll be like, did he pick you yet? But if you say it in a sweet and soft way and go like, every girl relates to the feeling of being betrayed by her best friend and her maybe stealing her husband or using a secret against her, girls will be like, oh my God, yeah, but you have to say it softly and you have to package it in a really cute, vulnerable, generic way. No, women are vicious. And no one, عدو المرأة المرأة, the enemy of a woman is a woman. No one will want to see you fall the way a woman wants to see you fall. It's not the men that want to ruin you. It's the women.
It seems like some women are actually learning how vindictive some women can be. I do agree with that though. Whenever you try and tell a woman the truth, you have to say it in a way that makes her feel good without hurting her feelings at the same time. It's called selective honesty. Basically, hey, you can tell me the truth, but say it in a way that won't make my emotions erupt in the moment. And that right there shows the difference. Men are expected to handle the raw truth, no matter how it comes, but women often want it sugar-coated to protect their feelings. It's not that they can't handle the truth, it's that they don't want to handle it unless it's wrapped in comfort. The problem is, life doesn't hand out truth in a comfortable way. And when men stop sugar-coating and just speak directly, that's when you see the emotional outbursts, the defensiveness, and even the vindictive behavior.
Where are the men that are generous and don't expect anything in return? Like, I need you to buy me the world and not expect a damn thing from me. Like, where are those men? I know they exist.
Ladies, go get a job at a hospital. Do not question it. Just go get a job at a hospital. We wonder why we can't find a man. It's because there's too many vacant spots at the hospital. Guess what's coming and going out the hospital every 9 weeks? Internship rotations. I wonder why I couldn't find a man. Guess what? It's because God wants me to be with a doctor.
There's a good men epidemic right now, and we need to talk about it. Me, along with all of my friends, are all single. We have so many hobbies. We go to run clubs, the gym, social events. Like, we're out there. We're working, right? But every single time I meet a man who has anything interesting to say, he's always in a freaking relationship. So it's true. Where are the good men at? Where are y'all finding them? Because I can't find any.
I just want to know, where do all the single men hang out at?
Ladies, I have figured out where the men hang out at. Number one is they are at home building their empire until their queen comes along, meaning that they are sick and tired of women taking away stuff from them, using them, taking their money, spending their money. So they just want to be sure that they will just wait till the right person comes along. Second is they're at home because they've been hurt in the past, and because one woman has hurt them, they decide to be a crybaby and stay home, and they just don't trust women at all and think they're all the same, and they'd rather just kind of be in their bedroom and be emotional and deal with their feelings. So they're at home. And then third place is they're at home, just avoiding people. They're at home. So in conclusion, ladies, single men are at home. That's all. They're at home. Simple.
What's crazy is that women have done everything they can to push men away, and now, all of a sudden, many of them are asking for men again, asking their whereabouts and the locations they be at. For years, they were the ones saying, "We don't need men," celebrating independence, clowning men for even trying to pursue them, and acting like men were disposable. They told men to do better, but when men pulled back and actually stopped showing up, now the silence is hitting them hard. Men aren't in the clubs the same way. They're not running up to strangers in public like before, and they're not flooding dating apps anymore. They've checked out, found peace in solitude, or redirected their energy into careers, hobbies, travel, and, in many cases, women overseas who actually want them. And now the same women who pushed them away are scrambling, trying to figure out where the good men went. The irony is that this is the exact result of the behavior they pushed for. You can't shame men, belittle men, take advantage of them, and then expect them to stick around like nothing happened.
I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone, and what do we do about this? Because it's a problem.
Look, I have said this before and I will say it again. There is no shortage of good men.
This one is for my Canadian girlies. You keep asking, where do I find all the single men on a Saturday morning? Where are they? They're not at the grocery store. Why, no, dear, they are not. This is where you're going to come, 9:30 on a Saturday, maybe 10:30 on a Sunday. There you go. Right there. Go frequent the hunting section. You're going to go to the tool section. Look lost. That's where you're going to find them.
To all the women who think there are no good men out there, the only reason why you're not seeing them is because you look at them like that, because you treat them like that, because you're expecting them to be like that. A lot of the good men out there are getting tired of treated like a number. What, you're not 6 feet tall? You don't make $100,000 a year? Goodbye. A lot of the good men out there are tired of being a nice guy because then they get treated like some kind of a loser or a creep. A lot of the good men can be standing right in front of you, but you skip over them and go to the next, like the first slice of bread in the loaf. A lot of women out there hold men to a very high standard, but they don't hold themselves to that high standard. Okay? It's not about what you're looking for. It's about what you're seeing. If you go out there and you look and that's all you see, that's all you'll get.
This woman asked, "Where are all the good men?" Then she followed it up by saying, "Weak-ass men." I don't get it. Was the point of that comment to ask for the good men, then insult them in the same sentence? If so, she's shown exactly why good men are staying away from dating. It's backwards logic. You can't say you want respect, love and protection, then turn around and disrespect the very men you claim to be searching for. Good men hear that and think, why bother? They know no matter what they do, it won't be appreciated. It'll only be criticized. This is why so many men have checked out and decided their peace is more valuable than chasing validation from women who don't even know what they want. Even then, women who keep asking, "Where are all the good men?" already know they have good men sitting right there in the friend zone. So are they really looking for good men? Or are they just looking for the bad men they actually want to act good for once?
All right, this one is for my single people and single people only. Your girl needs help. Dating apps are obviously so used and abused nowadays that nobody's really using them or taking them seriously. So where in the heck do you go to meet other single people? I'm a hairdresser, so I work with a bunch of women. And I go to the gym and I'm at home. So like, would you want to be approached at the gym? Most people say no. I don't know what to do. So, I'm based out of Southern California. Where do you frickin' go to meet singles? Because your girl's tapping out.
I cannot remember the last time that I talked to a man and he like actually made me laugh. Like, what happened to men being funny? I've had conversations with guys and like I'll chuckle here and there, but nothing where I'm like, damn, this dude is funny. And for me, that's important. You know, like the next person that I'm going to be with, they need to make me laugh like every single day. And like my type of humor is like Parks and Rec, Nathan Fielder, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, Trevor Noah. Just funny shit, you know? And guys just aren't funny anymore. Like, I can't be the only funny one all the time. Also, like, sometimes guys will randomly send me reels or memes on IG, and I'm like, this isn't funny. Like, it just makes me not want to respond.
You got to be careful when dating women like this. She's looking for a man to make her laugh every single day. Now, it's fine for her to have her preferences. Everybody has them. But it becomes a problem when those preferences are rooted in unrealistic expectations. Because think about it. What happens on the days when he's stressed, when life hits hard, when he's not cracking jokes every minute? Does that mean she's going to lose interest? Will she start scanning the room for the next guy who can make her laugh her panties off? Many of these types are really just looking for entertainment, not a relationship. They want constant stimulation, constant laughs, constant excitement, like you're supposed to be their Netflix subscription, always streaming something new to keep them entertained. The problem is, life doesn't work like that. Real relationships aren't a comedy show or a highlight reel. There are ups and downs, serious moments, and times where both of you need to be mature and grounded.
So there's a rumor that you can find your husband at Home Depot. So guess where I came? To Home Depot, because your girl needs to find herself a husband, okay? And I will come back until I find me one. So as soon as I walked in, I did notice some potentials at the return counter. But after a couple inspections, they did have a ring. So, you know, you got to respect the wifey. Anyways, I continued to walk around the store because I was like, somebody here has to be single and available and ready to mingle. But to my luck, all the aisles were empty. I mean, I searched everywhere, right? Wherever there's tools, there must be a man, and nothing. I mean, nothing. Not even grandpa was sitting there. Then I did find some wood. So I was like, hey, wood. But let me continue to find for my husband. But today was a fail. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
I hate how guys cannot be friends with girls. Like, I love having guy friends. I feel like it's so fun. But like, they always have to have like a crush on you, or else like they don't want to like hang out with you.
Guys literally cannot be friends with girls unless they find you unattractive, or they have a girlfriend, or you're dating one of their friends. Like, there's no other way around it. If you think that your guy friends are friends with you just because, I promise you, they're playing the waiting game.
And then they find out that you don't want to date them, and then like
They're gone.
You never hear from them again, and then you're
It's great. Yeah, I thought we were friends and we were hanging out for 6 months just to find out that you low-key had a crush on me but never wanted to tell me.
Like, if you really think about it, like no guy group has like friends that are girls.
No,
they are just so into their buddies.
Yeah, you will not see girls in that friend group unless they are dating one of the guys.
Yeah.
But girls will go out and there's always guys. Girls just want to hang out with guys and it's fun. It
brings something new to the group.
It's a different dynamic. Yeah.
Can we like bring back masculine men, please? Like, men used to go to war. Men used to build houses from the ground up. Like, men used to be productive and useful. Like, why are you sitting at home playing video games all day, like, worried about your shoe collection and keeping up with fashion? And, like, yes, we want you to be emotionally intelligent and understand our emotions and, like, be sensitive to our emotions, but why are you crying because you stubbed your toe? I don't know what you have heard, but you do not need to tune into your own personal femininity. That's what women are here for. We are here to be feminine, okay? You need to be worried about being a man, please. Like, why are you not in the gym? Why are you not in the freaking woods, like, hunting a deer? Why are you not, like, building a freaking house? Like, go put on some work boots and go to work, please. Like, get some dirt on you. Like, get sweaty. Do something. Be a man. No one wants a feminine man. I'm so sorry. It's not attractive. We need men that we can look up to and feel protected by. Listen, if you're making your girl feel like she has to be masculine, no, sorry. Let's bring back men, please. And thank you.
This woman said, we need to bring back masculine men, but the thing is, they're already here. They're just not choosing them. A lot of these women says the same thing. Men used to go to war. Men used to build everything. Men used to protect us. And now they throw out little insults like men play video games, men podcast too much, men don't approach anymore. But the truth is, the masculine men are still around. They just don't want to deal with the modern woman's attitude, entitlement, and constant complaining. Women want the benefits of masculinity when it serves them, but they don't want to respect the man that actually lives that way. Women used to be feminine and worth the effort. Now they're promiscuous and online shaking more than ever.
Okay, for those of you who have met your partners, boyfriends, fiancés, husbands off of the dating apps, where did you go? Where did you meet them? Because I'm at a loss. I have tried dating leagues, cornhole, run clubs. Where are the guys? They're not even at the bars. Like, what do they do during the day? Where are they hiding? I live in the DMV area. If that is helpful information, if you have any ideas specific to Washington, D.C., I would love that. I will go. I will try it out and I'll report back for our fellow single girlies and figure out where are all the men. Seriously.
I know this is going to sound mean, but
Go ahead, bro. What haven't you guys said to us already? Viewer discretion is advised.
I just need to rant for a minute. Do ugly guys have more confidence than hot men?
No, they don't have more confidence than hot men. Ugly men just have to work harder in order to get with women.
Because why did I go out dancing last night and the only guys with the balls to come and chat me up were 2s and 3s?
So life does this really unique thing where it really pushes out what we either qualify for or what we attract. So more often than not, when we go out into social spaces and we're attracting 2s and 3s, your words, not mine, that's what you qualify for. Now, I know it can be a little disheartening. I know it can be a little hard to digest, but the sooner you can accept it, the more happy you will be. And I'm going to assume these guys were actually 2s and 3s because, you know, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be saying niggas is 2s and 3s and they don't really be all that bad. But for the sake of the video, let's say they are 2s and 3s. That's just what you qualify for because 2s and 3s typically are ugly and they have low confidence because they are so bottom of the totem pole.
And I am not saying that I'm a perfect 10, a goddess of a woman, but I would like to think that I could pull a man who's hotter than the living embodiment of a toe fungus. And
Okay, going back to the concept of life, right? If you could actually do that, you would have did it already. That's like a broke man telling me I can make $1 million by today, but he's broke, like flat out broke, living on the street. Why would I believe in him? My first question to him would be, nigga, why haven't you made it already? What are you waiting for? He has not shown me anything to prove what he is actually saying to me. So in this space, you're coming to us and saying, hey, I don't understand why I'm attracted to 2s and 3s, but I believe I can pull a high figure man or a good looking man. Do it already. Because if you could actually do it, you would not be online talking to us. Trust and believe. You would have had what you think you could already get. See how that worked?
yet that's who's coming and flirting with me. And so men, I need y'all to weigh in. I need attractive men specifically to weigh in. Are y'all shy? Is that what the tea is? Are you already booed up? Or are you just so fine that you don't need to approach a woman because they just automatically come up to you?
Okay, sweetheart, let me stop the bleeding. I'm going to make an attempt to try and make this make sense for you. It's a little bit of all those things, but it's also the fact that you aren't what they want. Now, that's the tricky part about dating. You got to figure out what lane you are in. And once you figure that out, like I said earlier in the video, you would be much happier. And you know what? Maybe you are above the 2s and 3s. Maybe you just are, right? For the sake of the argument. That still doesn't qualify you for those men that you deem to be attractive because none of them came up to you. And attractive men do walk up to women. Just fine women. So to conclude, if you're ever out in a social space and you think you looking good and all you getting is 2s and 3s and all the attractive men are not paying you no mind, look inward. You might find something. Y'all keep the change.
The thing is, the men that these women are most likely attracting are average men, men on their same level. And again, because they don't think they're average, they get upset about it. They look at the men who approach them and say, "Why is it always the ones I don't want?" But the truth is, that's their lane. That's their mirror. What they want is for the tall, good-looking, high-status guys to approach them. The problem is, those men don't find them attractive. They've got options. And with options comes standards. The men these women are drooling over are choosing women who are younger, more feminine, more cooperative. And that's the harsh reality a lot of modern women can't accept. Attraction isn't about what you think you deserve. It's about where you actually stand in the dating marketplace. Average women overvaluing themselves will always feel cheated because they're aiming for men who don't even notice them.
So I heard on TikTok that all the men that you're interested in are at Home Depot. So I'm here at Home Depot. I'm actually purchasing some items today. And I don't see anybody who piques my interest or anybody who wants to pay for my purchases. I'm at Home Depot and I still don't see anybody.
It is so offensive to think that a man would think that you would like him for free. It is so offensive for a man to think that you would give him your time, your body, marriage, have his children, carry on his legacy, have an extension of him for free. It is just as easy to fall in love with a broke man as it is a generous man or a rich man. So choose wisely. I know you would like to think that you don't choose who you fall in love with, but that is very far from the truth. Anyone that you give substantial amount of time to and energy to is someone that you could fall in love with. So when you let your thoughts run wild, even if you're not with them physically, if you're allowing someone to consume your thoughts and you're not being intentional, you could fall in love with that person. I personally do not believe in struggle love. I will not be with a man that's going to make me struggle with him because I do not believe a man that truly loves you would want you to struggle. Okay? And just know that love is a feeling. Even if you're super in love with somebody today, down the line, there's going to be a point in time you're going to fall out of love. And you're going to have to learn how to fall in love with them again, right? That's how relationships work. It takes a lot of effort from both partners to keep the relationship going. So wouldn't you rather just start off with somebody that has clear direction and a man with a plan than to choose somebody that doesn't even know how to take care of themselves? Stop loving these men for free, please.
Any woman charging men for time, body, or attention is a prostitute. There's no way around it. She also mentioned that having his children is an extension of him, not realizing that the child is hers as well. And that's what building a family is actually about. Sharing life, responsibilities, and struggles together. The thing is, if you're not willing to struggle with a man, you're not entitled to his wealth, his time, or his loyalty. With these types of women, you can buy them. They're selfish, transactional, and will do anything for money or comfort. What's funny is, this is also a woman who talks constantly about decentering men. Yet she can't stop talking about men, how they should provide, how they should act, how they should bend to her standards. It's contradictory, it's hypocritical, and it's exactly why good men keep their distance. Men who are aware see right through it. The words don't match the actions, and actions always speak louder than rhetoric. And what's even worse, the women in her comments are eating it up, drowning in validation and applause, cheering for every line like it's gospel.
I think the gym is the best spot to meet men in real life, like masculine men, because masculine men work out. But so many girls want to do the yoga and Pilates. There's no men there. So, like, maybe do that every once in a while. I don't know. You need to go in the weight section. That's where they are. Weight section and mornings. You have to go in the morning. I don't know why, but, like, the good ones are in the morning. And I know a lot of girls don't want to go in the weight section because they're intimidated of it. Okay, men like that. They like when you look a little, you know, like a non-know-it-all. They enjoy that. So just walk around the gym. Like, seriously, walk around the gym, pick like 3 machines, and then go on the treadmill. But then go there every day in the morning, same time. They'll make their way over. They really will.
This is incorrect. The gym isn't the best spot to find men anymore, because women ruin that space too. What used to be a place for self-discipline, focus, and bettering yourself has now turned into another stage for attention-seeking and clout-chasing. Instead of letting men work out in peace, you've got women recording themselves, setting up tripods, waiting for a guy to glance in their direction just so they can post a video online calling him creepy. The irony is that the very place women thought would be a goldmine for finding men has now turned into one of the worst environments, not because men left, but because women made it hostile for them to be men in the first place. Many women say they can't find good men at the gym anymore, but it's because men don't even feel welcome there as men. They turned the one place that should have been neutral ground into another trap, and now they're wondering why it's empty.
What I've noticed is a lot of you guys are like, oh, there's no good women out there, we can't find anyone, everyone sucks, so we're just isolating ourselves. Have you even tried though? If you're going to isolate yourself, how are you going to meet someone? And I notice a lot of you are like, well, I'm here, I'm not leaving. And that's the one thing I struggle with on dating apps is I'll match someone that lives 20 minutes, 30 minutes away, and their attitude is like, oh, you're too far away. Really? Is that what we're judging love for now? You could be the perfect person, but you're 20 minutes drive away. I'm not going to drive. And I feel like it's such a Sydney thing. I remember when I lived in Brisbane, like I would drive to the Gold Coast to meet people. They would come to Brisbane. Like it didn't seem like a big deal, you know, people driving an hour. But in Sydney, people don't want to drive more than like 10 minutes, which is really sad because you know what? You're missing out on a lot of good people. So stay in your Bondi bubbles or your Penrith bubbles or whatever, but there's a lot of people out there that you could be missing out on. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep traveling around Sydney and meet new people.
A guy in finance, trust fund, blah, 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 whatever. No, you know what I'm looking for at this point is a non-ugly male. That's literally it. I cannot remember the last time I saw a physically attractive male, like in real life. I literally don't remember. Girls are always pretty on the streets, like the only attractive men I ever see are online, like celebrities or, I don't know, people on TikTok or whatever. I don't know if I'm living in the wrong place or the wrong country or something, or everybody's hiding somewhere, but like, literally, where are all the hot people? Where are the hot singles?
I find it funny when women get on camera and say there aren't attractive males around while they're literally painting their faces and insecurities away with makeup. The reality is, most people in the world are average looking. That's just facts. But here's the kicker. You mostly hear statements like these from average women who, in their imagination, believe they're way above the scale. It's delusion at its finest. They'll put on filters, lashes, contour, and then hop online talking about how there aren't any men on their level. Meanwhile, without the mask, they're no different than the same average men they look down on. But because society constantly gasses them up, because likes and comments flood their heads with validation, they start believing they're entitled to top-tier men, while dismissing average men as not attractive enough. The irony is, the men they're chasing don't take them seriously, and the men they overlook are the ones who would have actually valued them.
To all the girls saying they wonder why they can't find a good man, stop looking at the bar. Here are the places you will find your mans. The gas station at 5 o'clock in the morning. You will see all the very hard-working blue-collar men getting their morning energy drinks and coffee. The beer aisle at around 6 o'clock. They will always be there. They're getting their beer after work. And last but not least, Home Depot, Lowe's, hardware store, anything like that, at 7 o'clock to noon on a Saturday. Those are the ones. They're the ones. They will do all your DIY projects. They will love you because they're not hungover from the night prior. And if they are, they got up. Don't look for the scrub at the bar because he's probably a scrub.
Where is all the real men at that likes to like rub your feet together in the bed and hang out and talk and, you know, not toxic and crazy and ain't talking to 20 girls on their phone? Where y'all at? Why are y'all so hard to find? Like, dang, I know I'm not ugly, but I can't get a man. And if I get one, they ain't no good. So where's all the good men at? What am I doing wrong, y'all?
Honestly, they aren't hard to find at all. Non-toxic, emotionally available men are actually the easiest to come across. When these women are having a hard time finding good men and always running back to toxic ones, it has everything to do with what they're mostly attracted to. Because if they were actually attracted to good men, they would have chosen them a long time ago. Good men aren't hiding, they're just overlooked. Non-toxic, emotionally available men are everywhere, but women don't notice them because they're too focused on the wrong type. The issue isn't that good men don't exist, it's that a lot of women are addicted to the thrill. This is what life looks like for many of them, by the way. They get older and start yearning for that connection. Suddenly, they're asking, where are these men? Why aren't they approaching me? Why can't I find one? But the truth is, those men were always there. They just weren't chosen when it mattered.
There is nothing wrong with you. This is the most universal feeling ever. Finding your person is like finding a unicorn. They do not exist until they do all of a sudden, and it's never when you expect it. But when it happens, it feels like you're emotionally orgasming all the time because this person makes you feel so happy, and I promise it's worth the wait. That being said, don't settle.
I found where they're all hiding out. I found where all the good men are. The single good men. They are in the house. They are going to work. They're going to the gym in that rotation. And they're not on dating apps. They're not outside. They're not at clubs. They're not at bars. They're inside the house. And they're working on themselves. They're putting all of their energy into themselves to make themselves the best version of themselves they could possibly be and the best version of a partner they can possibly be for somebody else. Tried and tested. Tried and tested. So you know how you find them? You don't go knocking on their doors. I mean, maybe, but you need to strategize by asking friends, coworkers, family members who are in relationships that you admire. You need to ask men who you admire. And you need to say, Do you have any friends, brothers, cousins that are single that you think you could hook me up with? Trust me. Make it your duty to reach out to 3 people over the next week whom you admire and ask, do you have someone that you can hook me up with? I promise you something good might come out of it. And if everyone's like, oh no, I don't know anyone, keep asking. Expand that list, baby girl.
Crazy thing about dating somebody older is that when you guys break up, their next person that they date is probably going to be their forever person. Like, that's going to be the person they're going to settle down with and have kids with. You're young and you break up, you're like, oh, we could get back together in like 5 to 10 years. It's not like that anymore. In 5 to 10 years, they'll probably have babies with this new person who's their new forever person. You go through a breakup when you're older, like, it's a breakup. You're done.
Where are all the good men? We hear this time and time again on social media. Women wondering where the good men are, why they can't find a good man. And in the next breath, they're choosing what the original commenter said, which was, I chose the bear. And then this is the response to it. No, I choose men so I can traumatize them. Excuse me, what? If a man said he was going out to date women for the purpose of traumatizing them, that man would be called an abuser. Because that man would be an abuser. A woman that wants to traumatize men is abusive. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's not silly. It's abuse. And women say, where are all the good men? They're hiding from women that weaponize the family courts. They're hiding from women that make false allegations. They're hiding from women that steal their children. They're hiding from women that choose the bear. They're hiding from women that invalidate their emotions. They're hiding from women that want to traumatize them. They're hiding from women like you. You can't see or find good men because they're hiding from you.
That's correct. And the divorce rate is 53% plus, and around 80% women file for divorce. So with numbers like that, why would the good man want to entertain modern women? They ask for them over and over again. It's like a broken record at this point. But I truly feel for the genuine women out there who want relationships with good men, but it's not a risk they're willing to take. Even young men today have seen and experience what divorce have done to their families and their fathers. Add more to that, the financial devastation, the emotional toll, and the fact that the courts almost always side with women. It leaves scars that don't heal easily. Men see their fathers lose their homes, lose access to their children, and even lose years of their life trying to recover. Naturally, they grow up cautious, unwilling to walk into the same trap. But the reality is, good men today have walked away.